Hi, I'm Jenny Robertson, founder of the On Purpose Woman Global Community and founder, I forgot, I have the wrong thing in my hand, and founder of the On Purpose Woman magazine. I'm here to share with you, and I'm really excited about this, a portion of our Connections Over Coffee gathering where we have a speaker. And today it's Kathryn Yarborough. It's Valentine's Day, and we're going to be celebrating love. And Kathryn is talking about 3 ways to love your business. Kathryn is the founder of Speakers with Heart. She produces online summits that give women entrepreneurs opportunities to collaborate, share their messages so that they can reach larger audiences. She also trains women coaches, healers, and on purpose solopreneurs on how to be authentically vibrant speakers so that they can be the fullest expression of themselves, attract clients, and make a bigger difference. And in addition to her amazing resume, Kathryn is a longtime wonderful friend of mine, a fantastic speaker who I know is going to give you some important and relevant information that you can use right away. Her contact information is in the text of this video. Kathryn, welcome. Thanks for doing this with us today.
Oh my goodness. What a fantastic meeting we've been having. It's already been filled with love and passion and good feelings for ourselves and each other. So I am delighted to be here to share about 3 ways that you can love your business more. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. So, my friends, I'm not going to lecture you today. I'm not going to preach at you today. And some of you may be going, whew, oh, thank goodness. Or, oh, I love it when Kathryn speaks. But instead, we're going to workshop this a bit. If you don't have paper and pen out, now is the time to get it because you're going to want to do at least this first exercise, if not everything that we do together. Now, I am uniquely qualified to talk about loving your business because I have been on a journey to love my business since I started in 2001. Started as a dance movement therapist, became an integrative breath worker, moved my business online, learned about online memberships and websites, and launched the Manifesting Clients Academy in 2017. But I was still seeking a business and a business model that I absolutely love. It was like close. You know how when you're close to something, like but it's not quite it? I knew it wasn't quite it. So I kept seeking. And I have to tell y'all that I can say I love my business. I just got really clear in the last month about the entire structure of it. And I'm like, this is brilliant. It works for me. I'm excited. So I am uniquely qualified to talk about this, especially for my business. But I want to workshop this today because I'm not uniquely qualified to talk about how you can love your business. But I will share some clues along the way of my journey of things that I've discovered. But to get started, on your piece of paper, make a line down the middle. And on the left side, write what I love about my business. On the left side, at the top of the left side, write what I love about my business. And you can imagine you're going to write a list. And on the right side at the top, write what I don't love about my business. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to get started with that. So write down what you love about your business and then what you don't love about your business. Okay. So since this is being recorded, I'm going to jump in and say some stuff, but I want y'all to just keep filling in these lists because I actually find it kind of helpful to do a evaluation like this. As I was preparing for today's presentation, I thought, should I suggest that we never have anything in the right column? And that we make sure everything's in the left column, that we love everything. And I thought, know if that's possible. If you ever get it to where everything's in the left column, in other words, you love everything about your business, let me know. But it's possible that we need that right column, the things that we don't love about our business so that we can keep discerning and keep improving what we're doing. So I'm going to share a few things and it's connected to the rest of what I have to say. So in what I love about my business, I love hosting summits. So right now I am preparing for the Loving Life Summit series that's happening in May. There are 9 different summits. They're half-day summits, so I'm super excited about this format. And all of the speakers will get to promote the entire summit series, so it will make it easier for them to fill it in. And then the people who come get to come to this 1 summit or 2 summits or 3 summits that they're interested in. And it's just up to 5 hours for each one. I just think it's a phenomenal model. I'm super excited about it. That's part of my business structure. So when you're looking at what you love about your business, a piece of it is the actual structure of what you do. Do you do one-on-one sessions? Do you do group programs? Are you like Jenny, where you have a membership that people come to regular meetings? What is your business structure? And do you love it? And if you don't love it, what about it doesn't give you that good feeling? Second thing on my list is that I get to talk to my speakers in multiple times. I do these application interviews. And as I've thought about over the last couple of years, when I started hosting summits and discovered that I love hosting them, I thought about the possibility of actually expanding what I do so that I'm hosting summits for other people, make it really big. And when I thought about other people doing the application interviews, or I know of other summit hosts who don't even do that, I just was like, no, I don't want to give that away. I don't want to not do it. It's one of my most favorite things to do. When I get to know my speakers and then also I do these speaker prep Zoom calls. Those are fun for me to interact with my speakers. And then I get to be on in quotes on the stage with them to support them when they're speaking. I love all of that speaker interaction because I get to work with people that I love. So a second element that's so important is who are you working with? And do you love spending time with them? Because if you don't, if you've got, I know some people like attract bad clients. Go ahead, if you've ever had a client that you didn't like or felt like you had to fire, raise your hand like this. I know most of us don't want to have bad clients. Okay, we've got 1 person, 2 people willing to admit that they've attracted, in quotes, bad clients. We don't want to admit anybody was really bad or that we attracted them. But we don't want that. We want people we love to work with, or at least that's what I want for you. I love making money from doing something that's fun. And I get to explore with my business a new skill. And I love growing and learning. So I'm exploring leadership right now, right? So I would just love to hear from 1 person who's willing to read off 3 or 4 of the things on their list. So if you're willing, go ahead and do like this or raise your virtual hand and we're going to spotlight you and you're going to get to share something that you love. Is anybody willing? Oh my goodness. What? Okay, Emily is willing. Go ahead and unmute yourself and I'm going to spotlight you. So, Emily, thanks for jumping in. I know it's a little different here on this platform to have people join the speaker, but go ahead, tell us a couple things that you love about your business.
Yep. I love people. I love helping people connect with themselves and feel relief with their relationship with money. I love my flexible hours. And I love that it uses my skills. Like it's just so aligned with what comes naturally to me.
My goodness, thank you for sharing. Yeah, let's give it up for Emily. So, thank you for that. And I could really feel, especially in that last one, that alignment that we talked about earlier in this meeting, that I mean, I could just really feel that sense of good feelings pouring out of you as you thought about and shared using your skills to work with these people. There's something about that that just feels great. So that's what we're looking for when we're talking about loving our business. Okay, I'm going to remove your spotlight. You are awesome. And so, my friends, wouldn't it be great if we be really great idea actually to read this left column, what I love about my business every day. I mean, that would be giving your business some real positive attention, bring you up to remembering what you love. Because in being an entrepreneur, it's work, man. It's not an easy path. It's not an easy path. Okay. So let me share with you 3 ways you can love your business more, and we'll dive in with a couple of them and hear from a couple more people. So be brave, folks. So one is to create a business that's lovable to you. Create a business that's lovable to you. And I was kind of pointing to that with the business structure. Have clients that you love, offer services that you feel great about and love. Create a schedule that you love. Make your marketing something that you go, oh, I want to do this, right? Make the structures of your business lovable for you. Does anybody have any pieces of the structure of your business that is not lovable for you right now? And you're going to get in the love seat if you're willing to admit this. So I want someone to volunteer. I want you to really think about the structures. Now I'm going to share a couple things that are in my right column. I actually, okay, Gurjeet, will you be willing to come on video? So if you are, go ahead and put yourself on video and I'll bring you to the love seat. So one of the things that's uncomfortable for me is crafting presentations. And I'm a speaker coach and I love doing speaking. Oh my goodness. What's up with that? All right. So, all right, y'all. So far, Gurjeet's not on video. So I want someone to be willing to get into the love seat. And let's talk about one area where you're in the right column, a structure, your business. So this is fascinating. Nobody wants to do this. So that's okay. You don't have to. All right, we got Jenny, then Lorraine. Oh, Lorraine, there's your hand. It got invisible. All right, Lorraine, let me spotlight you. Thank you so much for volunteering. Where did you go? All right, I love it when people are courageous. So, bravo. Lorraine, tell us in one sentence what you do.
So I'm a primal health coach. I help women who serve improve on their health, empower them to do better with their health, and also organize retreats where we gather and be intuitive about the projection of our health, essentially. So I do
Awesome.
public speaking also, and I guess what you said kind of triggered me in a sense. I love speaking to crowds, but what I hate is having to try to memorize what I need to say. I like speaking off the cuff, as I say, with my name, more comfortable with that. But I have that fear that I'll miss something in trying to speak to folks. So I make every effort to try to memorize things, but I don't remember things the way I'd like to. So
Yes, yeah. Okay, so can anybody relate to this challenge of speaking and wanting to make sure you cover everything? Those of you who were speakers, yeah. And the older I get, the more I can relate to this for sure. So have you, I'm assuming you haven't figured out what to do to make this better. Would you like a suggestion?
I would love a suggestion. I mean, I still work with it, but yes, I'd love a suggestion.
Okay. I'm going to say that based on my experience, the thing that helps me be the best speaker I can be is practice, 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 practice out loud, practice out loud. Because the more that I practice, the more I know my content. And the more I know my content, the more I know why I want to say what I'm planning on saying. And the more I know why I'm going to say or why I want to say it, the more I'm likely to remember it. And then all I really need to remember is something like the 3 points that I want to, and the order maybe. And of course, it's always a good idea to know what you're going to start with so you don't go like, oh my God, I'm frozen. Some people suggest memorizing that opening, but I don't recommend memorizing the whole presentation, though I know that that's the advice for what are TEDx talks. They advise people to memorize the entire presentation. But I personally think the benefit of memorizing an entire presentation, if you were to do that, is so that you can relax because you know the presentation so well that you can speak off the cuff in a sense within the time frame that you have. So thank you. I'm gonna take you off spotlight. I want to just say thank you to Lorraine for stepping up here. Let's all give her a wave. Yeah, thank you, Lorraine, for being courageous and being a speaker and being a leader and sharing, because this path is not just as entrepreneurs, but if you are using speaking, it's a journey to become the best speaker that you can be. I'm on that journey. Is anybody with me? Anybody else on the path to become the best speaker? Yeah, because communication about what you do is so important. It's like an unending journey to become a better and better and better speaker. So I encourage you to be willing to look at what's challenging today in this in any particular day and keep working on it. All right. So let's look at a second way that you can love your business some more. And that is to give your business good attention instead of bad attention. Think about it positively. Go to trainings or workshops or coaches or whatever where you give your business attention. If you think about a business like a child or a plant or a pet, and you gave any of those some bad attention, what's the impact? It's not good. So I know, and you don't have to admit this, but I know because I've been talking to women, coaches, healers, and on-purpose solopreneurs for a long time, that many of us go through stages and sometimes we get stuck there thinking to ourselves something like, oh my God, it's so hard to attract clients. Why aren't I making more money from my business? I'm going to have to get a job. Why didn't this thing work? I tried it. I did this webinar. I did this email. Why didn't it work? That is not good attention. What it can do is point to something isn't working as great as you could. If I don't have as many clients as I want, if I don't have as many, if I don't have as many clients as I want, what do I want? I mean, we can start to open up to possibility. Yesterday, when I was when I was working on this presentation, I was going to completely lecture to you, and I felt icky. I was like, why do I feel icky? I don't want to feel icky about this presentation. We're talking about love. And I realized that I didn't want it to be me doing this, which I feel like I'm doing right now. I wanted us. So when you're in any place where you're in that not good attention to your business, acknowledge that you're having that feeling or that thought and ask yourself, well, if I don't want to feel this way, or if I don't want to think this way, what do I want? But then there's some other practices that you can take on. Like you can read your What I Love About My Business list on a regular basis, right? You could set aside time to work on your plans. You can go to a workshop. You can do things. And just have an idea of something, or have you done something recently that's giving your business some good attention? Be curious. Maybe we can brainstorm. If you've got something, you can either raise your hand or put it in the chat. What do you do to give your business good attention? I know that I'm going to be setting aside some time to work on my marketing plan, because over in my right column right now is I'm not doing enough to promote my blah, blah, blah. Right. So, okay. Lilia, let me spotlight you just so we can see you. So everybody can see you. Okay, go ahead.
So it's a little bit around what I shared today, and it's to move away from what's going wrong, because that's what I was sharing with my coach this week. And I was just in this space of what's going wrong in my business. And she asked me to do what I asked my clients to do. It's like, well, what lights you up? And
Uh-huh.
I changed my attention to what lights me up. It's like, oh, yeah, it's getting in touch with, what I'm passionate about, what my real gifts are like, and how I help others do that. So it was just a shift of attention, really.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm going to take you off the spotlight. Let's give Lilia some waving hands and some love for being brave and stepping up and being willing to tell us that yes, she was focusing on the stuff she didn't like. We all do it. Don't get mad at yourself for doing it. Just shift as soon as you become aware of it. Because if you think of your business like a child or a pet or a plant, it is not going to flourish in that place, and it doesn't feel good. And all that good love and feeling we were feeling earlier in this meeting, and we're all like, it's Valentine's Day, it's love day. There's just so much good stuff going on. I love it. I love it in here. So let's feel that way about our business. So the third thing, or third way you can love your business more, is to speak up about it. Be an advocate for your business. That is an amazing way that you can love your business. And the really cool thing about that is that when you speak up consistently about your business, other people, and you speak up positively, not just, oh yeah, it's hard and this isn't working and that isn't working, but you're like, this is what I do. This is what I love doing. For example, I host these summits, the Loving Life Summit series. I love talking to my speakers. Well, when I say that, you're getting images in your head about me and summits and speaking. You're hearing that I work with women coaches, healers, and on-purpose solopreneurs, and giving them opportunities to speak. I have a community, Speakers with Heart. We gather twice a month. I also offer trainings for speakers. So as I say these things, you're seeing it in your mind. So when you go to a networking meeting, this one or another one, and you're talking, and the person you're talking to says, I'm looking for opportunities to speak, you may say, have you heard about Kathryn Yarborough? She runs Speakers with Heart. She hosts summits. Right? Maybe the person is talking about, oh, I can't find that stuff that I'm loving about my business. I'm feeling blocked. And maybe you remember Lilia Shoshana Ray and you go, hey, do you know who Lilia Shoshana Ray is? She does this really cool work where she helps people clear out all that stuff and really focus on what they love. Or maybe they're talking about developing a presentation or writing a book or something, and they're trying to figure out what is the core piece that they need to write about. And you remember Mary Knipple, who talked about the soul transformation and hold on, I got the language. It's right here somewhere. I wrote it down. The transformational soul story. See, we change it up. We remember what we remember. I remembered soul transformation, but I knew it had to do with story. So I would love for one person. Well, here's your homework, because we're not going to have time to do this. I want you, so write this down. I want you to write down what you want someone else to say about your business. And the only way they're going to say it is if they've heard you say it. Maybe they've worked with you. So those people who have spoken on my summits are more likely going to be someone who's going to say, oh yeah, I've spoken on one of Kathryn's summits. I loved it. She did an amazing job. If you haven't heard about Kathryn Yarborough and Speakers with Heart, you need to find out about it. Okay. So I want one person to be willing. So raise your hand to say what you'd like other people to say, just because it's really cool practice. Come on, everybody. Y'all, you know what? When you're a speaker, so I want all of y'all to be willing to just raise your hand, because when you're a speaker, when you're an entrepreneur, you need to just raise your hand. And all right, Jenny's willing.
I'm not raising my hand to speak. I was wondering if Bev was raising her hand. It looked like she was waving around. Bev, were you raising your hand? You're muted, Bev.
She's trying to find the unmute button. She's searching. It's somewhere. You can nod your head like this if you want to speak. Is that what you want to do? Are you willing to be on the spotlight? Nod your head, Bev. Yeah, I think she can't unmute herself. Okay, she can't figure it out. That's okay. That's all right. Thank you for trying. Next time, maybe it will work for you. All right. I need
something in the chat, Bev. Put something in the chat about what you wanted to say, if you will.
Yeah, put it in the chat. And I'd like one other person to be brave. Come on, y'all. Come join me. I told y'all. Oh, Emily, you're unmuted. Are you willing to do this?
Oh,
look at her.
I didn't realize I was unmuted, but
okay, let me spotlight you. Good job. All right. What would you like someone to say about you?
I'd like someone to say, you've got to work with Emily, because I worked with her and oh my gosh, I realized this thing that was stopping me from saving money was just, I had no idea that connection was there, and I was able to figure it out, and I know myself better and I feel so much better about money, and it was amazing.
I love it. I love it. Now, there's a lot of us who haven't worked with you, and we may not work with you. What would you like us to say?
What would I like you to say? Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're having this. Yeah, money, that's so tough. I understand that too, but I know this person who works with people to really understand and like feel so much better about how they think about money and how they use it. And it's just an incredible process. And oh, her name is Emily Shull. She's a holistic money coach. Let me give you her information.
All right, bravo. Let's give her a round here of waving. Thank you once again, Emily, for stepping up. I love bravery. So, ladies, let's love our business. Let's keep loving our business. So, create a business that's lovable to you. Give your business good attention. Shift over when it's not good. And speak up about your business, because it's going to flourish when you do those things.
Okay, I would like everyone here on Zoom with us to unmute yourselves if you can find the mute button. And I want to applaud Kathryn, give her some shout outs and yays and so forth, so we can just let her know how much we got from her talk today.
Thank you, Kathryn.
Yay.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you,
cute.
Kathryn, so much for sharing that wisdom with us. I got some things to think about. I sure do. And that's what we want from these gatherings. We want you to walk away with some things to think about and maybe some connections to act on as well. So I want to thank anyone who is watching this live or watching the replay on YouTube. If you want to join us for one of our Zoom gatherings, go to my website, opwgc.com, click on gatherings, click on the magazine, click on membership, click on all those things that will tell you about our community, and come and join us for one of our free meetings. Thanks so much for watching.